Hello mga kapitek, magandang araw. Welcome sa panibagong video na ito para po sa ating preparation for the NCASH or the Principal's Test. And I hope that you will be properly guided sa video na ito at ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay ang PPSSH walkthrough. Magbibigay din tayo ng additional na mga test materials para sa inyo para ma-check natin yung level ng competency nyo along this topic. Kaya, you watch and enjoy. Please like and subscribe para sa ating channel. Thank you. Hello, magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Ngayong araw po ay isa na namang episode ng ating discussion in preparation for the upcoming NCASH or the Principal's Test. Ang topic natin for today will focus on the walkthrough of the PPSSH. We're going to cover po yung ating 5 domains, particularly yung kanyang mga different strands in every domain. We will be also giving you some sample questions to test your knowledge in terms of yung iba't ibang mga konsepto po ng ating 5 domains. Alright? So, kung titignan po natin ang pinaka-importante na kumbaga the Bible ng isang school head pagdating sa management ng isang school ay naka-anchor yung mga expected behaviors, yung mga expected competencies that the school head should bear and should implement ay naka-indicate po lahat ng mga ito doon po sa ating PPSSH na tinatawag. So bago tayo mag-dwell into the different domains ay tingnan po muna natin ang ating pre-test. So magbibigay po tayo ng mga sample ng mga questions and you try to check kung kayo po ay tumatama or hindi sa ating mga kasagutan. Let's start. So, check your understanding number 1. Ang unang tanong po natin is, teacher quality is vital in raising learner achievement. Which of the following is the role of the school head along this premise? A. Develop quality assessment materials to ensure delivery of instruction. B. Conduct regular formative assessment that would scaffold summative assessment. Develop needs-based mentoring and coaching program for letter C. And for letter D, share research-based pedagogical approaches to improve lesson delivery. 5 seconds. Alright, so ang tamang sagot po natin dito sa ating question number 1 ay letter C, no? Develop needs-based mentoring and coaching program. Ang tanong po na ito ay naka-anchor sa ating PPSSH dahil tinitignan yung klase ng suporta, kung gaano kalalim yung alam ng school head pagdating sa teacher support. No? Kung mapapansin natin, ang ating first line ng ating tanong ay nakafocus sa teacher quality in their ability to raise yung learner achievement. We have to understand the role ng isang school head bilang instructional supervisor sa loob ng paaralan. Hindi po ang school head ay nakatutok doon sa trabaho ni teacher. Ang trabaho ni teacher ay ang classroom management naman niya ay kung paano niya i-handle yung kanyang estudyante, paano niya i-deliver yung kanyang lesson via the different indicators under the PPST. Si school head naman, ang kanyang trabaho ay naka-anchor sa klase ng support na ibinibigay niya bilang isang instructional supervisor sa kanyang mga school personnel, particularly yung mga teachers. Kung titignan po natin ang A and B, developing quality assessment materials, conducting regular formative assessment, basically these are the functions ng ating mga teachers. So doon pa lang sa pag-analyze ng tanong na ito na dapat ma-identify ninyo na ang kumbaga ang tinitingnan natin dito ay kung ano yung role na ipini-play ni school head. Trabaho ba ni school head ang mga ito? Yan ang unang tanong natin, ano? Para nang sa ganon ay makapag-sort out ka at maalis mo kung alin yung mga choices na hindi naman talaga naka-anchor doon sa tinatanong no, ng ating STEM. So A and B are functions of the teacher. Okay din sana ang D, no? Sharing research-based pedagogical approaches in order to improve lesson delivery. But you have to take note between the two na posible na sagot, you have to take note na yung letter C ang pinaka mabigat, no? Kasi developing the needs-based mentoring and coaching program. Ito yung nakatuon doon sa klase ng instructional supervision na kayang ibigay ni school head sa kanyang mga teachers. Paano ka ba mag-mentor at paano ka ba mag-coach? Maraming mga ano yan, maraming mga iba't ibang topics associated with that. Kailangan natin ng separate na discussion para dito. But the school head being able to develop ang isang needs-based mentoring and coaching program ay ang tamang sagot dito sa tanong na to in order to support the teachers and for the teachers to be able to in turn raise learner achievement. Okay? So I hope na malinaw po yung ating question number 1. Tingnan natin ang question number 2. Again, you will be given 5 seconds to check your understanding on this question. The PPSSH framework depicts the synergy between maximizing school effectiveness and ensuring people effectiveness through a broad sphere of instructional and administrative practices. Which of the following is not congruent to this statement? A. Developing the SIP with the stakeholders and implement it through the school personnel. B. Use the school funds based on school needs as depicted in the SIP and the AIP. Letter C. Connect with the stakeholders through partnership agreements in implementing the SIP projects. Or letter D. Ensure the responsiveness of the learning and development programs based on existing school needs. Right? So makikita natin napaka ano ng mga tanong ano. So 5 seconds, go. Alright, time's up. Ang tamang sagot dito ay letter A, no? Bakit letter A? Develop the SIP with the school stakeholders and implement it through the school personnel. You have to take note, ang tinatanong dito ay kung alin ang hindi congruent sa statement na binanggit na may kinalaman kay school effectiveness and people effectiveness. Tandaan po, mga ating mga tagapanood, mga kapitek, no? Ang tawag po natin diyan ay mga kapitek kasi we talk about the program, no? Ang ang be very careful in analyzing yung mga questions dahil sabi nga nila ay naka-anchor na ito on the hot solo frame the solo framework. That's right. Ibig sabihin the choices are very closely related to one another. Sila ay halos wala kang itulak kabigin. Tinitingnan lang naman doon kung alin yung mga skill or competency na kung saan ang isang examinee ay makikitaan na siya na ay ready na to take on the role of becoming a full-fledged na school principal. Kaya kung yung sa solo, talagang yung mga choices natin ay interrelated yan. Halos wala kang itulak kabigin doon sa mga tanong. So dito, ang tinatanong nila ay kung alin yung hindi congruent doon sa statement na may kinalaman nga kay people effectiveness and the school effectiveness. Bilang school head, yung PPSSH domains po natin na 5 ay nakakategorize yan sa dalawa. Meron kang people effectiveness at meron ka pong school effectiveness. No? Malalaman natin yan mamaya as we go along. You have to take note that it's a combination of both, no, na tinitignan natin dito. And alamin mo lang kung alin yung hindi tama sa mga statement. So bakit hindi tama ang letter A? You have to take note, developing the SIP with the stakeholders, that's a good statement. But nagkaroon ng problema dun sa dulo and implement it through the school personnel. No? Doon sa nagkakaproblema. You have to remember, mga kapitek, no, na ang ating SIP implementation na ginagawa natin or ina-actualize natin every year sa pamamagitan po ng ating annual implementation plan, no, or the AIP. Ito po ay ini-implement hindi lamang po ng mga school personnel, pero dahil dinevelop mo ito kasama ang mga stakeholders, kailangan ang implementation din ito kasama din ang ating mga stakeholders. Hindi lang po mga school personnel yan. no? Hindi lang po school personnel 'yan. Well, sad to note na yung implementation nga natin ng ating SIP karaniwan ay hindi nagagawa ng tama dahil nga ang implementation niya ay kayo-kayo lang, mga school personnel lang. Easier said than done, that's right, no? But what is the ideal way of attacking this question? You have to remember mga kapite, pag kayo ay sumasagot po ng examination, ang pagsagot ng examination ay laging naka-anchor sa legal basis. Dapat meron kang legal lens. Pagkatapos ng legal lens, pwede mo i-couple yan with the moral lens. So, but in most cases, kailangan naka-anchor ka palagi doon sa tinatawag natin na legal lens. The legal aspect of which will be the one to dictate kung alin ang tamang sagot. Yun ang magsasabi sa'yo kung tumatama ba ito sa isang legal basis. So, tanungin mo palagi ang sarili mo kapag nakakita ka ng tanong, ito ba ay may legal basis or wala. Alright? So, just in this case, ito ay yung letter A ay kailangan ang implementation ng mga SIP projects natin, yung development niya ay kasama ang mga stakeholders at ang implementation niya ay kasama din ang ating mga stakeholders. Use the school funds based on the school needs as depicted in the SIP and the AIP. That's good. Kasama na po yun dito yung implementation ng ating MOOE utilization. You have to take note of that. No? Connect with stakeholders through partnership agreements in the implementation of the SIP projects, okay? And ensure the responsiveness of the learning and development programs based on existing school needs. So, ang tamang sagot dito ay letter A. I hope na malinaw po ito before we proceed with our next question. All right. Check your understanding number 3. As school head, how will you ensure accountability and transparency in school operations? A. Developing and implementing PPAs with stakeholders and report results on a regular basis. B. Follow pertinent guidance and form school task force to ensure implementation of PPAs. Liquidate school funds on a regular basis according to financial guidelines. And letter D. Develop PPAs based on current and future needs and monitor the implementation to adjust as needed. Okay? 5 seconds, go. Alright. So, tingnan natin. Ang ating sagot dito ay letter A. No? Develop and implement PPAs with stakeholders and report results on a regular basis. Bakit ito ang tamang sagot at hindi yung B, C, and D? Kung titignan po natin yung B, C, and D, ang B, C, D po ay all good statements. Actually, all the 4 statements are good. Pero bakit or ano ang dapat gawin, anong dapat mong i-consider kapag ikaw ay sumasagot ng isang tanong? Kailangan babalikan mo palagi kung ano yung nasa STEM. Tandaan mo, anong mga keywords ang nandiyan sa ating tanong? How will you ensure, number 1, accountability and transparency? Accountability and transparency. Kailangan, kung pipili ka ng sagot, yung keywords na yon ay makikita mo at maa-assess mo na ito ay tugma doon sa pipiliin mo na item or your choice. Okay? So, in this case, ang accountability at ang transparency na tinatawag natin ay nandoon kay letter A. Bakit? Paano mo masasabi na nasa letter A yan? Developing and implementing PPA with stakeholders will now ensure transparency. Okay? And reporting it on a regular basis as to the progress, the achievements ay nag-e-ensure naman yung tinatawag natin na accountability. While it is true that the development and implementation may include, no, or will include our stakeholders, you have to remember that the accountability will always be your responsibility bilang school head. Hindi mo pwedeng i-delegate kasi yung accountability. Pwede mong i-delegate yung task, pero hindi mo pwedeng i-delegate yung accountability. Whoever will be the one doing the implementation along the way, it will never remove the fact that you are accountable for whatever results. So it may be a good result or it may be a not so good result. You will always be accountable for it. Okay? So yun, that's for letter A. But yung B, C, and D, these are all good. Wala na akong problema dito. Ang problema nga lang, hindi nito nahihit yung dalawa, yung both of them, which is you are accountable and you are transparent. Yes, you follow pertinent guidelines and you form the school task to ensure implementation of PPAs. Pero ang nagiging problema dito ay kulang ka noong accountability along letter B. Yung letter C naman, liquidate school funds on a regular basis according to the financial guidance. We can say that you are transparent, but on what ground naman yung accountability dito? Hindi naman natin nakikita dyan. And for letter D naman, developing the PPA based on the current and future needs, uh, that would include yung tinatawag natin na transparency. Kasi nga may mga kasama kang mga stakeholders along that line. But in terms of the completeness of being accountable and being transparent, lacking pa rin itong si letter D based on the appraisal. Kaya ang tamang sagot natin dito ay letter A. Alright? So I hope na malinaw po ito for all the three questions. Now let's dig deeper into our main point of this video, and that is to look at the national adoption and the implementation of the Philippine Professional Standards for School Heads or the PPSSH na ipinilabas ni DepEd noong September 7, 2020 sa pamamagitan ng DepEd Order number 24 series of 2020. So anong pinalitan nito? Pinalitan ni PPSSH yung NCB-SSH. Ito na ngayon yung Biblia ng ating mga school heads sa pagtugon sa iba't ibang mga hamon sa pag-implement or pagganap sa kanilang mga tungkulin, no, bilang mga principal. Napakahirap po nito, no? Napakahirap maging principal dahil napakalaki ng kanyang accountability. But good thing about the PPSSH dahil ito ngayon ang nagbibigay ng direksyon, no, sa mga school heads, hindi lang yung mga specific competencies niya, but rather kasama na din po dito yung career progression tinatahak ng isang school principal. Alright? So ito ay DepEd Order number 24 series of 2020. Ayan. Bakit ito ipinalabas? Bakit ito ibinigay? Ito ay dahil sa iba't ibang mga konteksto na nakita, no, ng both in the national and the international landscape or educational landscape. Kasama na dito yung K-12 Basic Education Program, the ASEAN integration, the globalization, and the changing character of the 21st century learners. Offset, no, yung ating NCB-SSH nitong panibago na PPSSH. Ito ngayon ay in-streamline. Dati 7 yung mga domains under the NCB-SSH. Sa ngayon, sa pamamagitan ng PPSSH, meron na tayong 5 na domains. So this is already congruent. Kung matatanong ninyo, bakit meron kang PPSSH? Ito nga dahil nung binago yung competencies ng ating mga teachers sa pamamagitan ng PPSD, it follows na kailangan mo ding i-upgrade yung mga competencies ng isang school head to suit with the current trend and at the same time to complement the PPST or the PPSST ng ating mga teachers. Okay? So you have to take note of that kung bakit kailangan meron itong transitioning na yan. Kasama na din dito, along with the implementation of the PPSSH, ay kasabay din po nito yung implementation din ng PPSS or the Philippine Professional Standards naman for supervisors. Upang sa ganon, meron kang complete package ng iba't ibang mga standards ng teacher, ng supervisor, at ng school head towards the attainment dun sa elusive quest na tinatawag po natin na quality education. Nagtataka kayo, syempre, na matagalan nating hinahanap, ano? So, noon pa man, lagi nating sinusulat sa pader, sinusulat kung saan-saan sa paaralan, ang paghanap ng ating quality education. So hoping that with the trifecta no of the three standards na ito, okay, sana magkaroon na ng magandang no itong implementation natin ng ating iba't ibang standards. So may aim ang PPSSH in order to clear expectations of the school heads along well-defined career stages of professional development sa mula sa pagiging beginner hanggang doon sa tinatawag natin na exemplary practice. Also, the PPSSH aims to engage school heads to actively embrace a continuing effort to attain high levels of proficiency and being able to provide support for professional learning and development and help identify development needs and facilitate uniform assessment of performance. Okay? So, itong mga different aims na yan ng ating PPSSH ay magkakaroon ng more realistic approach pagdating po natin sa ating iba't ibang mga indicators per domain. The school heads naman ng the principal ng mga private school are encouraged to use the PPSSH although hindi naman ito mandated on their part. So tingnan natin yung kanyang rationale. The rationale includes the different, nabanggit na natin yung iba diyan, no? Bakit ito ipinalabas, anong konteksto nito, para nang sa gano'n ay maintindihan natin kung saan nanggagaling, no, yung ating need to come up doon sa tinatawag po natin na, yoong tinatawag natin na transitioning, no, towards the improvement ng ating quality education. Alright. So, alam natin 'no, yung mga nabanggit ko na yung iba kanina na yung pagbabago ng curriculum, the globalization, the ASEAN integration, ito ay mga ilan lamang sa mga bagay-bagay na ating nabanggit, upang sa gano'n ay magkaroon 'no na ang pagbabago, at kailangan ng pagbabago towards the different standards. Gano'n din nabanggit dito sa OECD 'no na the quality of an education system depends on the quality of its teachers, but the quality of the teachers cannot exceed the quality of the kind of the work environment they have in school that is oftenly associated with the kind of leadership na meron po sa isang paaralan. Kung gaano ka-vibrant yung klase ng leadership na meron sa isang paaralan, ito yung nagdi-dictate no, ng klase ng output na meron ng mga teachers. If the teachers feel that they are fully supported, that their welfare is being prioritized in many other cases, then research would tell us na magkakaroon din ng magandang impact ito pagdating sa ating mga uh, learners. Nabanggit na rin yan under the OECD report. Okay, hence, we have the PPSSH that will introduce to us the continuum of practice, no, tinitingnan po natin or ini-aim natin na sana lahat ng principals ay magkaroon. Upang sa ganon, we can properly navigate our school towards the attainment of the goal, not only under the BEDP 2030, but at the same time, the overall goal ng ating DepEd na mai-provide yung quality education. Okay, so may mga definition of terms din po na nailagay dyan. Meron kang mga indicators, may domain ka, no? At meron kang iba't ibang mga strengths. Later on, makikita na natin ito. Alright? So balikan lang natin ng sandali yung ating the different how do you call that? Domains, no? We have 5 domains nga na nabanggit natin dito. Ating domain 1 is leading strategically. Ang domain 2 naman ay managing school operations and resources. Focusing on teaching and learning for domain 3, And developing self and others for domain 4, building connections naman for domain number 5, which we are going to discuss a little later. Makikita po natin yan. So, ito yung binabanggit ko kanina regarding dun sa seamless uh, connection, no, between the school effectiveness at saka yung people effectiveness. Bilang school head, dapat naiintindihan natin ito, no? Sa akin personally, bilang school principal, there should always be a balance between looking at the goal of the school, at the same time looking at the welfare of our teachers. So doon papasok yung tinatawag natin na yung people effectiveness at saka yung school effectiveness. There should be a proper connection between the two. And it can only be actualized kapag naintindihan mo na under the PPSSH, meron 5 na domains. Dalawa dito ay para sa school effectiveness, at ito naman dyan ay para sa people effectiveness. So under the school effectiveness, meron kang leading strategically, nakikita natin dyan sa illustration. That is domain number 1. And then domain number 2 naman ay ang managing school operations and resources. Okay? And coupled with school effectiveness, ay meron kang people effectiveness domain. Ano ang mga ito? Number 1, building connections. That's domain 5. Developing self and others. That's domain 4. And focusing on teaching and learning. That is domain number 3. So, if the school effectiveness will be properly met, coupled with the efficient implementation of the different domains under the people effectiveness, then kikita natin at the heart of it ay ang holistically developed Filipino learners. Kaya-importante nito dahil bilang principal, nakikita mo yan eh. Kikita mo dapat yan. This is not only for the purpose of you passing the exam, but more importantly, this is you being the principal and being the leader of the school. Hindi lang ito all about the passing eh. Kasi yes, nakapasa ka, pero the big task lies ahead after you pass. Kasi you are now eligible to be assigned to a particular school and lead that school. How can you become an effective principal kung hanggang dito ka lang sa mind magaling? So, kailangan yung role mo na yan, ini-embrace mo lahat. Hindi lang iisa yung ini-embrace natin yan. Hindi lang leading strategically. Hindi lang magaling ka sa pagplano. Hindi lang magaling ka in terms of yung pagbuo ng iba't ibang mga school policies, for example, in relation to the national policies. But overall, kailangan naiintindihan mo at naisa sa buhay mo yung mga dapat mong gawin na may kinalaman sa iba't ibang mga domains para ka maging isang effective na school principal. Tandaan po natin yan. So what we're trying to do now ay hindi lang ito about your passing. It's only about your goal of acing the test. But at the same time, eventually later on, marirealize mo na pag nandun ka na sa field, nakaupo ka na ito pala yun, no? Ito pala yun. Ganito pala yung kailangan ko gawin whenever I craft this SIP na yan at ang paggawa ko ng AIP. Ganito pala yung trabaho kapag you build connections. Okay. So, nare-realize mo yan along the way, but of course, yung realization and reflective nature natin dito ay hindi lang naka-anchor sa isa lang. Dapat lahat ng 5 domains na yan ay meron ka, nasa sa buhay mo, alam mo kung ano yung ine-expect sa'yo bilang isang principal. Okay? So, let's now look into the specifics. So, ito na tayo. Tignan natin yung ating Philippine Professional Standards for School Heads. Umpisahan po natin sa ating little backgrounder, no? That you can find it naman under DO number 24, no? Series of 2020. Again, naka-stipulate dito yung rational, nabanggit na natin yan, the early part. kita na po natin ito dahil, itong si Rational it cited 'no, yung iba't ibang mga national and then the international trends that, would be sufficient enough to replace the existing NCBSSH papunta kay PPSSH, no? And magkaroon ng, clear delineation doon sa iba't ibang mga domains na kailangan na i-implement or actualize ng isang school principal. So, under the roles ng school heads, tandaan natin na ito ay naka-anchor pa rin under the RA 9155 or the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, which defines the school head as the person responsible for both yung administrative and instructional supervision sa loob ng kanyang paaralan or sa kanyang cluster schools. Ang PPSSH ba ay hiwalay kay RA 9155? Definitely not. No? Kaya baka kasi magkaroon ng confusion mamaya. Ang RA 9155 will give you the overall view, the overall perspective on what the school head should be. Ngayon, itong si PPSSH naman will give you the specifics. Okay? Will give you the specifics. At any rate, ang RA 9155 ay hindi lang naman ang school ang kanyang focus, but at the same time, it's the basic governance or the governance of the Basic Education Act of 2001. Ito yung dahilan nga bakit meron na tayong DepEd instead of the DEX. So meron kang DEX dati, ngayon DepEd na lang. Kasi ni-refine, binigyan ng panibagong structure at nilinaw ang iba't ibang mga functions na meron ang lahat ng mga different layers of governance mula sa central to the region to the division to the school and ano ba yung mga trabaho ng iba't ibang mga personalities na yun. Okay? So, under the school leadership quality na nabanggit nga natin, so ini-specify yung 5 mga domains at ang 5 domains na ito ay meron siyang mga individual descriptions, no? May mga individual descriptions. Number 1, yung domain 1 po natin, yung leading strategically, is anchored on the idea that the school head will be the one to set the direction of the school. Okay? They set the direction, the goals, the objectives of the school, and to ensure that these are understood and embraced by all the stakeholders. Okay? They identify and comprehend relevant sources of information such as existing laws, policies, research, feedback, and context, which will be specified naman along the way dahil titignan natin yung iba't ibang mga indicators ng 4 na career stages in each of the domain. So, setting the direction of the school under leading strategically. Pangalawa, managing the systems and processes in the school that has something to do with the overall management, financial, physical facilities. Medyo mabigat ang domain 2 ha. Medyo mabigat kasi medyo madami-dami yung mga domains niya. Ang different mga indicators niya ay medyo madami-dami din yan. At the same time, maaari nating sabihin na very significant nga ang domain 1 pero masyadong marami yung laman ni domain number 2 pagdating dun sa managing ng school operations, no? Makikita natin later on dahil marami siyang different strands eh. Hindi ako nagkakamali, 8 yung strands niya. Promoting quality teaching and learning, domain number 3 yan. Focusing on teaching and learning. Yung nabanggit natin kanina regarding focusing on teaching and learning, ito dapat yung instructional supervision eh. Naalala natin yung binanggit natin dati na 70-30, no? 70% ay dapat instructional leader ka and then 30% lang ang pagiging administrative leader mo bilang principal. You have to take note na ang focusing on teaching and learning under domain number 3, no? ito ay nagbibigay naman ng heart ng entire PPSSH dahil dito papasok kung yung kagalingan mo bilang school head, kung paano bigyan ng support ang ating mga teachers in terms of how they will be able to uh, properly and competently bilang mga classroom leader naman kasi yun ang trabaho ng ating mga teachers. Okay? So they are equipped with knowledge. Alam mo dapat yung iba't ibang mga pedagogies, hindi ka nagpapahuli diyan. So dapat lang, di ba? Principal ka eh. So pag tinanong ka ng mga teachers mo, tinatanong ka kung ano nga ba yung mga bagong mga pedagogical approaches ngayon, dapat ikaw yung unang nakakaalam. No? Hindi yung ikaw pa yung humihingi ng information sa ating mga teachers, no? Baliktad 'yun, eh, no? Kailangan you are equipped with the knowledge, sabi nga, the skills and the attitudes in providing the TA on instruction that relates to number one, curriculum, no? Practice and at the same time yung performance. So lalo na yung curriculum dahil bago, kailangan yung training natin eh medyo madibdiban talaga yan at alam mo kung paano umiikot yung bagong curriculum ngayon. Hindi po pwede na hindi ka updated sa iba't ibang mga curricular innovations and the different implemented pedagogies na naka-anchor dito sa ating dito sa bago natin na curriculum. Pang-apat ay nurture themselves and others, domain number 4 ito. They reflect on their personal and the professional development in order to enhance their competencies in leading and developing people as they support their personal professional development and welfare. They also provide others the means for development such as opportunities to learn, reflect, lead, and progress in their profession. You develop yourself first, but at the same time, you must be able to develop others. So nurture themselves and at the same time, you nurture others. People effectiveness. Hindi lang ikaw palagi. In the real context, and kapag ilalagay yan sa mga caselet na tinatawag natin, ang mga caselets kasi, ito yung ginagamit sa mga examinations na kung saan binibigyan ka ng mga scenarios and you'll be able to draw out no yung sagot mo coming from the given scenario. But at the same time, you look at the legal basis kung tama ba yung actions na gagawin mo sa pagpili ng tamang choice or yung choice mo among the four. Okay? Kasi syempre, naka-solo yan, may mga choices ka diyan na ang kanyang category ay nandun lang sa mababa na level. So you must be able to respond accordingly at ito ay mag-e-emanate sa kung gaano kalalim yung alam mo no dito sa mga domains na binabanggit ko natin. Okay? So you must be able no to internalize no ang lahat ng mga domains na yan. And finally, we have engaging the stakeholders. No? Domain number 5, building connections. They engage stakeholders in initiatives towards the improvement of the school communities. Ang pag-engage sa ating mga stakeholders ay hindi lang po sa donation ha. Akala natin nag-engage ka na pa-donate. Hindi po ganoon. There should be a deeper meaning of engagement. A lasting partnership if that would be the case. And it's not only a one-way type of relationship na kung saan ang mga stakeholders mo laging nagbibigay sa'yo sa school. No? The principle behind that ay dapat it's a two-way type of relationship. They give you, the school, through you, the school, yung pangangailangan ng eskwelahan na kaya naman nilang ibigay dahil meron sila. But at the same time, ano naman yung kakibat nito na kaya mong ibigay on your end, on our end, papunta sa mga stakeholders na nagbibigay ng tulong sa paaralan. It's a two-way process. Sabi nga natin, hindi lang ito all about donations, but it should be a meaningful type of partnership kung saan it's a two-way process. It's not only the other party being benefited, but both parties should also be benefited along that. Right? So makikita natin yan later on as we move on dito sa ating mga indicators. Okay, so there are guiding principles here. Very crucial ang mga ito. It's really important that you read them and you try to understand individually itong mga principles na yan. Dahil surely, no, siguradong sigurado na yan na yung mga test items natin ay anchored dito sa mga principles na yan. Hindi man ito tinatanong directly, verbatim, but ito ay inilalagay sa konteksto ng paaralan. At makikita mo na lang yan doon sa mga choices na pipiliin mo. So, do not expect na magkakaroon ng verbatim lifting, no? So, ang principles test ay hindi po ganoon. Kailangan ito ay it goes with it, no? Meron kang deeper understanding kung dito sa iba't ibang mga principles na binabanggit po natin. So, number one, guiding principle natin is that PPSSH is a learner-centered. That's true. Nakita natin yan kanina doon sa ating illustration. Ano ba ang pinaka-heart? Why is the school head, no? There is a need for the school head to become competent in school effectiveness and people effectiveness because of the learner, di ba? Kailangan mo ng maging competent sa domain 1 and 2, ganun din sa 3, 4, and 5, para makumpleto mo yung partnership ng people effectiveness and school effectiveness. For what purpose? Para sa learners yun. You give support to the teachers, you communicate well with the community, you strategically define the direction of the school, all for the reason that you are to support teachers in providing quality education to the learners. Kaya learner-centered pa rin yan. Pangalawa, PPSSH emphasizes on building and strengthening a network of stakeholders for people and school effectiveness. Nabanggit ko na yan. That in order to, or for you to become competent school head, you need to build and strengthen a network of organizational support. The professional capacity of teachers and staff, the professional community in which they learn and work with the family and community engagement, okay, so that you can become effective and efficient in terms of your management. Okay. Build and strengthen a network of organizational support. Ang ganun kalaki, ganun kalawak yung hinihingi sa atin bilang mga principals. Number 3, PPSSH reflects the understanding of problems and issues at the school and the need to address them. Dapat practitioner ka dyan eh. Pag school head ka, dapat practitioner. Hindi ka dapat reactive lang. More importantly, dapat proactive ka. Kasi kung reactive, dumating yung problema, you react. Andiyan na yung problema, then you react. Andiyan na yung problema, tsaka mo tatawagin yung mga kasama mo sa school. Pag-usapan kung paano aatikihin yan. That's reactive. Hindi ganun. Kailangan proactive. Hindi pa nangyayari, na-anticipate mo na it could happen. So that you'll be ready. Alam mo together with your team, together with the entire stakeholders mo, kung paano aatakihin yan. Dahil na-foresee nyo na yan eh. That's how you lead it. No? Hindi siya yung reactive ka, but rather you are proactive. Number 4, PPSSH focuses on the development of high-quality instruction, developing a strong school culture, and ensuring job-embedded professional development for the school personnel. Take note, aspiring principals. The learning and development na pinag-uusapan natin dito, that is under the guiding principle number 4. Mas binibigyan ng emphasis na natin ngayon yung JEL, o the JEL, or the Job Embedded Learning. Ano itong Job Embedded Learning na ito? NALAC, Mentoring and Coaching. These are Job Embedded Learning na natin. Ano yung nakikitang problema ng mga teachers natin? Right away, binibigyan na natin ng solusyon yan via the JEL. Kaya nga dapat yung structure na yon buo na yan sa school ninyo. Meron kang established na lock group, may mentoring group ka, alam ng mga teachers kung sino yung identified mentors nila, merong regular na mentoring and coaching na nangyayari. Well, maaari niyong sabihin na, "Sir, napaka-ideal." Well, that's really the case, 'no. Hindi ka naman hindi ka naman sasagot ng exam ng kung ano yung real o realistic, but you should attack the question gamit ang idealistic view. Kasi yun ang nakalagay, yun ang principle, yun ang guideline. At ang mga principles and guidelines na yan ay based on the idealistic point of view rather than the realistic. You have to take note of this. The job embedded learning na pinag-usapan natin, the GEL, is the new norm in terms of the learning and development program dapat na tinitingnan natin. Gone were the days that the teachers will be going out during the summer na sila ay nagti-training. Bihira na lang ang mga ito, no? Ang binibigyan ngayon ng emphasis ng ating DepEd ay kung paano bigyan ng outright na solusyon yung ating mga problema sa eskwelahan na na-encounter ng ating mga teachers. Alright? Panglima, PPSSH reflects and values and concepts important in promoting school concerns. Alright? Reflecting on values and concepts important in promoting the success at the same time. This principle highlights the importance of the promotion of values and concepts at the school level so that they can foster, no, a high level of commitment among our stakeholders. So value-based, no? And the concepts that are important in the promotion of the school success, embedded na rin yan sa lahat ng different PPAs dapat natin. We are always developing the core values that are embedded in the DepEd vision and mission. PPSSH regards supervision as a crucial organizational behavior in the school management. Okay? It highlights the relevance of the supervision in setting directions in the school to achieve its goals and the objectives for the benefit of the learners. Bilang isang organization, it's really important na ang supervision ay medyo well established. Meron kang systems in place so that in whichever case, dahil sa lawak ng trabaho ng school head, ang system kung minsan ang nagiging kasangga niya in order to operate yung school niya in a holistic manner. At hindi yung nagiging reactive na pamatay-sunog lang ang kanyang function. Hindi po ganoon. Okay? Ang organization, kapag nagkakaroon ng full supervision o holistic supervision, kailangan ay may mga systems in place ka dyan. Pangpito, PPSSH highlights the importance of the accountability and transparency of students. This is the one being mentioned in the first, na-discuss na natin yan. Question number 1 pa lang. No? And for number 8, PPSSH is anchored on the principle of inclusivity. Very important po ito mga kapatid, mga kapitek. The principles of inclusivity recognize the unique and specific needs of the individuals and groups in learning and in work environment. They affirm and accommodate diversity arising from but not limited to the religious, cultural, linguistic, and gender differences. So, pwede niyong sabihin, tama. Alam ko, nasa isip ninyo na, ito ba yung God? Tama. Kaya nga may God tayo, no? Oh my God. Meron kang God. Meron tayong God. The gender and development. Okay. Dati, gender awareness and development. Ngayon, di na. No? Gender and development. Yung tinitingnan natin. So, dapat yung inclusivity na principle, makikita din sa klase ng management na meron ka bilang principal. No? Dala-dala natin. No? Naka-embed pa rin yan doon sa ating 5 domains. Alright? Here are the domains and the different strands. Kung titignan natin itong slide na ito, meron kang 5 domains and in total, there are 34 strands. Okay, that is way different from the NCBSSH na binabanggit po natin kanina pa. So, meron kang domain 1, there are 7 strands. Domain 2, there are 6. Domain 3, there are 8. Domain 4, there are 8. And domain 5, there are 5. All in all, there are 34 indicators. Kaya titignan natin ngayon ang laman ng bawat domain. Dito naman, meron kang mga different career stages. You have to remember, mga kapitek, na there are 4 stages yan. Parang mga teachers din po natin na meron po silang mga career stages. Ganon din po sa atin. Ang career stage 1, ito yung mga aspiring school heads. Kung ikaw ay nag-aspire na school head, kailangan nandun ka sa career stage 1. You have acquired the prerequisite qualifications for the school head position. Ito yung pagiging head teacher, teacher 3 for 5 years, hanggat hindi nababago yung guidelines niya. Ano pa, ikaw ay master teacher, no, for how many years. Ito yung mga na-meet mo na yon na mga position. Definitely, kung meron kang intention na mag-shift ng career path papuntang administration, ay dapat nandun ka na kay career stage 1. Meron ka ng basic knowledge and understanding of the aura ng school head under the PPSSH. You also have acquired the minimum qualification to perform their function as instructional leader, and you are already equipped with the exceptional teaching and or leadership skills. You have to take note of that. So, dito siya sa career stage 1. Meaning, lahat ng mga full-fledged na principal, hindi na sila nag-uumpisa ng career stage 1. Sila ay, kung full-fledged ka na at meron ka ng P1 position, automatically, they are already under the career stage 2. Kasi hindi lang siya dapat nagde-demonstrate ng basic knowledge. Kung career stage 2 ka na, the school heads already apply the required knowledge and understanding of the authority, responsibility, and accountability expected of them. Hindi na yung ano lang, yung meron kang prerequisite qualification, hindi na. Full-fledged ka na eh. Di ba? They are professionally independent in performing their functions as instructional leaders and administrative managers. They maintain school effectiveness and people effectiveness by leading strategically, and they reflect on their practices. So that's career stage 2. Going higher, the ladder, meron kang career stage 3 and career stage 4. Kung titignan natin, ang career stage 3, school heads consistently display an in-depth knowledge and understanding of the aura. So meron kang ano lang, in-depth knowledge na, hindi lang yung apply the required knowledge. Hindi. Career stage 2 lang yan. More so kapag umakyat ka na under the career stage 4. The school heads consistently exhibit mastery in their application of the authority, responsibility, and accountability. Yes, meron kayong tanong. Alam ko may tanong kayo sa isip ninyo. Ka-anchor ba yan sa position? Sana, pero not necessarily. May mga nasa P1 position, for example, that they consistently exhibit mastery in their application of the aura. Consequently, ting nasa mga matataas na mga posisyon na hindi naman nag-i-exhibit ng required career stage nila. So, hindi po ito naka-depende sa kung anong posisyon na nila ngayon. Pero dapat ideally ganun. Halimbawa, kung P4 ka na, nandun ka na dapat kay career stage 4. Okay? Mas malawak na yung alam mo, no? Mas malalim na yung understanding mo sa role mo bilang principal. Ikaw na yung mentor ng mga principals. Kagaya ng ginagawa ngayon ng mga panibagong mga teacher, mga principals yung mga aspiring. Kumukuha sila ng mga mentor. So, dapat yung mga mentor nila, ito yung mga nag-i-exhibit ng mga exemplary performance along the career stage. Alright? So, career stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. Let's look at domain number 1 and the different strands. Ayan, no? Ipapakita po natin ng para lang sabi ko nga kanina, walkthrough tayo no? Walkthrough tayo ng ating PPSSH. So demonstrating the knowledge of the you have to take note there are how many strands ito na nakalagay. Ang strand 1.1 natin, vision, mission, and core values. Nakalagay dyan kung anong ine-expect po sa inyo. So under career stage 2, tandaan nito, you should be able to communicate the DepEd vision, mission, and core values to the wider scope, wider school community to ensure shared understanding and alignment of school policies, programs, projects, and activities. School planning and implementation 1.2, developing and implementing with the planning team yung ating school plans aligned with institutional goals and policies. Ito mabigat yung strand 1.2 dahil diyan po nakasalalay yung ating development ng ating SIP, no? You watch out po sa ating mga iba pang videos dahil i-discuss naman natin doon kung paano yung gumawa ng ating SIP. Very crucial din po 'yan. Policy implementation and review. You should be able to implement and review in the school to ensure that the operations are consistent with the national and local laws, regulations, and issuances. Okay? And, of course, yung ating 4, 5, 6, 7, research and innovation, yung strand number 4. Under career stage 2 po tayo, you should utilize relevant research findings from the reliable sources in facilitating data-driven and evidence-based innovations to improve school performance. Right? And then yung ating strand 1.5, we have program design and implementation. Strand 1.6 tayo will be learner voice, and 1.7 is monitoring and evaluation. Right? I-walk through din naman natin yung ating domain number 2, managing school operations and resources. So yung domain number 2, how many strands tayo dito? I think there are 5. Kasama na dyan, yung 2.1 natin ay records management. No? Under the records management, tinitingnan natin dito yung management of school data and information using technology, including the ICT, to ensure efficient and effective school operations. Financial management, pinaka mabigat sa tingin ko ito, yung 2.2 tsaka yung 2.3. Kasi yung financial management, lahat ng school funds yan. We'll be having separate discussion for that. Another video will be allotted for financial management. So, that would cover yung mga different guidelines pagdating kay MOOE, Brigada Eskwela implementation dahil may pundong nakaakibat doon, ano pa? Canteen operations, partnership, and so on. So anything that has something to do with the finances ng school will be properly covered gamit ang mga pertinent laws and guidelines issued primarily by DepEd. Strand 2.3 naman ay school facilities and equipment. So nandyan po yung iba't ibang mga topics kagaya ng policies on disposal, yung ano pa ba yung mga yung repair and maintenance, kasama po diyan sa 2.3 yan. So medyo makapal yung libro na to, no, dahil meron kang school facilities manual o educational facilities manual po ang DepEd kasama po. Strand 2.4 tayo, management of staff, so personnel management ito. So that has something to do with teaching load distribution, grade level subject area assignment. May mga laws yan na nakakabit. May mga kaakibat pong discussion yan. Kailangan din natin na i-consider. 2.5 tayo, school safety, DRRM, kasama po yan. And 2.6 naman ay emerging opportunities and challenges. For domain number 3, we have yan, no? Medyo marami-rami to, no? Focusing on teaching learning. 3.1, we have school-based review, contextualization, implementation of the learning standards. Trabaho po natin yan, ano? You will be assisting teachers in the review, in the contextualization, and in the implementation of the learning standards to make the curriculum relevant for our learners. So, tayo yung nagli-lead. No? Tayo nagli-lead. Tayo nagbibigay ng assistance sa ating mga teachers on how we go about the different review and the contextualization. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina sa inyo mga kapitek, no? Teaching standards and pedagogies provide technical assistance to teachers on teaching standards and pedagogies within and across the learning areas to improve yung ating teaching practice. Alright? Strand 3.3, we have teacher performance feedback, use validated feedback from learners and parents in order to improve the performance. Learner achievement and other performance, kasama na diyan ang assessment. So, dapat maalam ka dito sa mga different principles ng assessment. We'll have separate discussion for that pagdating po ng learning assessment. Another video will be allotted for that, no? So 3.5 learning assessment, 3.6 learning environment that has something to do with the inclusivity and the healthy learning environment, child-friendly school systems, no? The different considerations of the classrooms that are supposed to be primary consideration, no? Pagdating sa pag-ensure na safe and healthy yung learning environment para sa mga bata. Kasama diyan ang career awareness and opportunities. We will be discussing there the career guidance program. And of course, yung 3.8 natin ay learner discipline that has something to do with yung mga policies and the different guidelines that are related to that. Kasama na ang Child Protection Policy, Child Protection Committee, and of course, yung bago ngayon, no? Hindi naman na totally bago, yung positive discipline na tinatawag. Domain 4 tayo. Domain 4, we have personal and professional development. We also include 4.2, yung professional reflection and learning. 4.3 naman, professional networks and performance management. I-focus ko dito yung performance management kasi medyo mabigat ito na trabaho natin because bilang head of the school, tayo ang approving authority ng iba't ibang mga uh, IPCRF ng ating mga teachers. Okay? Tayo naman ang kung proficient, tayo yung approving. Kapag highly proficient naman, tayo ang rater nila. So we have to be very careful along this line. So may separate tayo na focus dito sa 4.4. So we have 4.5, professional development of the school personnel, leadership development naman ng individuals and teams, and general welfare of the human resource. Ganon din yung RNR, no? Rewards and recognition mechanism. Okay? May mga specific guidelines yan. Domain number 5, building connections. Again, it has something to do with our competence of bilang mga initiator ng partnership. No? It underscores the school head's competence in engaging stakeholders in initiatives towards the development or the improvement of the school communities. So ito yung mga domains naman niya. Management of diverse relationships, management of organizations. Napakadami ng organization natin sa loob, ano? Ng ating school. Kaya yung management ito ay naka-anchor din po sa atin. Inclusive practice, kasama na ang communication. Dito sa communication, ang hinihingi sa atin diyan ay yung ability to communicate effectively in speaking and in writing. So the way you craft memos, the way you communicate to parents, the way you talk to them, anong iba't ibang mga platforms ang ginagamit natin, how can we share the information of the school papunta sa kanila, ito ay under the communication. And finally, community engagement that would include the initiation of partnership with the community such as the parents, the alumni, the authorities, and industries and other stakeholders. All right? So, yan po yung laman, no, ng kabuuan ng ating PPSSH along the different domains. Kasama na po dyan ang iba't ibang mga indicators na nabanggit po natin. At the end of the document ay meron kang mga glossary of terms na nakalagay po, which is also very good na tignan po natin as part ng ating review. Tinitignan din po natin ang mga yan. Alright? So, ito po, no, yung pagtatapos ng ating discussion on this video. Sana po ay kayo po ay merong napulot, meron po kayong nakuha na information kahit papaano. And I hope to see all of you again sa ating mga susunod na mga videos po natin that would tackle the different strands of each domain under the PPSSH. So, standby po sa lahat po ng ating mga videos na ipopost. Muli po, ako po si Sir Willie. Sana ay i-share po natin, i-like, and please subscribe for more videos na gagawin po natin. Maraming salamat and magandang araw mga kapitek!